Hey guys, Helen Hartsmith here from the Heart of the Witch's Path YouTube channel. I hope everybody's having a great day. I know that it's cold here in mid-Michigan, but we're making it through. Can't ask for much more than that on a, February day. I'm here today to do my video response for the YouTube Pagan Challenge. This week's question is for week 7. Week 7 already of the new year. Isn't it amazing? Ugh. Anyhow, this week's question is, how do you view sacred texts, mythology? And that's a good question. I've been thinking about it, and as far as like sacred texts go, I guess when I think a sacred text, I think, about the Bible for Christianity. I think about the Quran for Muslims. I think of, the Bible is in Judaism as well. But I guess for me, being a practicing witch, I don't see there being sacred texts for us. For me, whatever. I think the closest thing that we have would be like maybe the Aradia. But I don't think that everybody really observes or thinks of the Aradia as part of their practice. So, I guess I would have to say, as far as that goes, I don't think much about sacred texts. Now, when it comes to where do we get our beliefs from, or where do we get our knowledge from, I think that as a Wiccan, a lot of our knowledge and a lot of, where we learn about deities, where we learn about things, a lot of it comes from mythology. A lot of it comes from anthropology. I think I've been doing a lot of research on what heathens and those who follow the northern traditions study, or where they get their beliefs. And a lot of people within those traditions are very much into actually studying and looking at the Eddas and the poems and historical data and digs and things of that nature. And so I guess, that's where I get, it's that kind of information where I take a lot of faith, because, let's face it, like the Celtic pantheon. That was my phone. Sorry about that. The Celtic pantheon, the Druids, there was nothing written. So there is no texts to come. We have historical information from Romans who came into contact with them. And sorry, there it goes again. My friends are messaging. But that's where we get a lot of that information. Now, as far as mythology goes, I have always been into mythology. It started with Greek and Roman. I remember taking a class in high school, which was a hot minute ago, let me tell you what. And I remember seeing that as an available class, and I was on it. And like I said, it was mostly Greek and Roman mythology, because let's face it, that's where we have a lot of stories that survived, coming down through history. I feel like I'm saying a lot. Sorry, I'm trying not to. But I liked reading and learning those stories. There was also the class touched on Norse as well. And I think that's where a lot of groundwork for where I'm at now on my path was kind of seeded in knowing that there was something out there that went beyond anything Abrahamic. Because I've talked about my history. I grew up going to church, and I had, very positive situations going to church and stuff like that. But my mind and my beliefs just expanded in what I feel is a very natural way. But as far as mythology goes, really enjoyed it. I was a history major in college for a while, and very much into history and learning about other peoples and other places. I love going to museums. I love getting in touch with new information like that. I've talked about my documentary love, and so a lot of documentaries that I watch are history involved. So I would say, as far as like, how do I view things like that? I think that it's a valuable tool to broaden your mind and to broaden your knowledge. And that's how I think a lot of us come into contact with deities that we wouldn't have known about, or peoples or customs or what have you. Our religion, my religion as I practice it, is very much based on what happened historically. So because of this knowledge, I'm able to know the origins of Yule, the origins of Ostara. And as my continued study widens, deepens, and grows, I'm able to take that knowledge that started as a seed when I wasn't identifying as a witch, and it's growing it and making it much more stronger and bigger and flowering more, and that I think reflects me being a well-rounded person. So knowledge is power. And knowledge helps to grow your wisdom, and knowledge helps to grow the love in your heart, which are three things that are very important to me. So there you have it. There's my video response for week 7. Week 7 already. And here we are on Monday before convocation. Packing has already started, and I'm going to get back to it. So thanks for tuning in. If you haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. If you agree or learn something, please give me a thumbs up. And if you'd like to comment, I really welcome any and all discussion. So feel free to do so. And until next time, thanks for walking the path a little bit with me, and I'll see you soon. Blessed be.